Welcome back to another episode of The Sober Scoop. This is India Gantz, your host. If you're enjoying the show, please leave a rating or a review. It would really, really, really help me, and I love you guys. So if you love me back, please leave a review or a rating. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into the episode. So today we are talking about things that I used to tolerate when I was a drinker that I no longer tolerate in sobriety. A lot of these have the same underlying theme, okay? But I feel like sometimes I call it patience, but that has a positive spin on it. Like I was more patient when I was a drinker, but it's more like I had a tolerance for wasting time. It's not patience. It is the fact that I was just okay with being stagnant in so many different areas of my life. And in sobriety, I'm just not. I am changing. I am improving. I am constantly becoming a better version of myself and creating a better life for myself. And that's just the way I like to live now. So with that said, let's get into today's episode. Welcome to the Sober Scoop. This is a judgment-free zone where we talk about how to get sober and stay sober. You're not alone. I hope you feel seen. Quitting alcohol is the best decision I've ever made. Okay, so let's get right into my list that I have here of things that I used to tolerate as a drinker that I don't anymore in sobriety. And like I said, a lot of these things have a similar theme to them, which is tolerating less than perfect situations. I would just drink to get through so many different things, and alcohol would prohibit me from making a change or moving on or just taking that leap of faith, because I would just drink to cope with my very average situation, whatever it may be. And without alcohol, if I don't like where I'm at, I change it. If I don't like the room I'm in, I go ahead and get in a different room. Okay. Anyway, number 1, being treated badly by men. Yeah, if a guy's treating me badly, I'm not interested. Which is crazy. Like, I cannot believe I accepted being treated the way I was being treated in previous situations. If a guy is mean to me or says something rude or makes me feel icky about myself, makes me self-conscious about my body, makes me embarrassed to be who I am, why would I want to be around that person? I'm not going to be around that person in sobriety. I want to feel my best. I am living such a happy, healthy life that bringing someone into that would need to only enhance my life. I'm not going to have a negative Nelly in my presence. No thanks. And piggybacking off of that, I'm not going to date someone who's just so average. I almost made a whole episode about how drunk people will stay doing the same things for really long periods of time. And I'm going to use the example of Mardi Gras because I went to Mardi Gras sober. Can you imagine? Oh my God. It was actually awesome because there's so much stimulation. There's so much going on. And I don't feel that tempted to drink when there's tons of stuff to do. I feel tempted to drink when there's nothing to do and I'm alone at home or something like that. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So at Mardi Gras, we were at this one bar. Okay, we were bar hopping and it was really fun. We did this parade, then we went to this bar, then we went to this bar, then we went to this bar. There was karaoke, there was live music. I mean, so many fun spots, right? But then at the end-ish of the night, it's probably 8 p.m. or something, we get to this one bar and I thought that we were kind of going to stay for a little while and then maybe go get some dinner or something, but we're just there for so long. And a couple hours passes, we're still there. There's not the live band, there's not karaoke, so we're just kind of drinking. Not me, but everyone's just drinking. That is the activity. There's not a lot else going on. Drinking is the event. It's 10 p.m., then it's 11 p.m., and I'm like, are we still here at this same place? It gets to 12 a.m., and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I cannot do the same thing for long periods of time. I need a change of scenery. I want to try that pizza place that's around the corner from the bar. I want to get home at a decent hour so I can wake up and try the coffee shop that's by our hotel. Like, in sobriety, you really want to squeeze the most out of life, and you really just want to live. And I'm not okay just doing the same thing for a really, really long time. A motto that I live by, that's one of my mom's favorite quotes, is leave on a high note. I never want to overstay at some event so long that it becomes not fun anymore. You want to find that sweet spot, like leaving when you're nearing your end, like you've nearly had enough, but you're still having a good time and you still have a good impression of the event. You don't want to stay so long where you're like, that was awful. That was way too long. So leaving on a high note is a really good tip for that. But yeah, in sobriety, I don't tolerate like doing the same thing for really, really long periods of time. I like to mix it up. I like to move. I like to change. I like to keep things going. And I ultimately just want to live my best life. I'm not going to just drink away the evening. There's other things to do. There's stuff I want to get up for in the morning. People who drink are just more tolerant to wasting time. And I am just not. Patience is not a top quality of mine as a sober person. I had a little bit more of it as a drinker, but now I really like to make the most of life and squeeze the most out of every day. So, back to the dating situation and like men, or, if you date women, whatever, significant others. One thing I will not tolerate in sobriety is staying in a relationship that is not right for me. This kind of goes like staying at that Mardi Gras bar for way too long, and it becomes unfun. Like, when I was drinking, I stayed in relationships that I knew were not the one, but it's like it's easier to just stay with them, right? And I would just drink and it'd be fine. Every night, I just drink. I don't have to face the fact that this person that I'm with is likely not my person. I don't have to have that hard conversation. I don't have to actually take a step back and look at our relationship. Alcohol basically pushes back the date of like having to actually deal with our problems. That's why it is a Band-Aid fix. It's not an actual solution. Alcohol just pushes back the date that you have to deal with your issues. Whereas in sobriety, you kind of deal with things head on and actually face things as they come. And it's a really beautiful thing if you think about it. Like, you're not just pushing things off. You deal with them and you address things head on. And it ultimately helps you heal faster, move on faster, create your ideal life faster. And I'm really grateful for that in sobriety. Another thing I will not tolerate is bad television or a bad movie. Of course, I want to give things a chance, but if after a couple episodes I'm not into a certain series, I'm not going to continue watching it. That's a waste of time. I've got other things to do. Okay? We're busy around here. We're booked and busy, baby. I don't have time for bad TV. And when I was a drinker, first of all, I watched a lot of bad TV and I would just drink through it. I'd forget what happened. I'd rewatch the same episodes over and over again. I would watch the same movies over and over again, which I still like doing sometimes in sobriety, but I would rewatch them when I was a drinker because I don't remember what they were about, or I don't remember even watching them in the first place. Like, oh my God. I would just have TV shows on in the background and have to rewatch the whole series because I don't remember any of the details to it. It was wild. And now in sobriety, I love film and television. I really do. I'm not much of a reader. I love good TV. And I feel like also living in Los Angeles and just being a part of that world, like I just really highly value good quality television. And I love a good series. I love a good TV show. So I would rather dive into things that are good. And if I'm not into the show after a couple episodes, that's okay. That one can drop off and we can try something else. I would watch so much crap TV when I was a drinker. Oh my God. Just turn on something in the background, more time wasting. Boy, I loved to waste time as a drinker. Okay, another thing, I'm not going to say I don't tolerate this, but it's not something I seek out in my life. Acquaintances. I mean, here are the types of friends I have. Group 1 is absolute best friends, ride or dies, and I have about 4 of them. I mean, they're basically family. Such great friends who have known me so long. I've known them through everything. Like, they are my blood, basically. Just really strong connection. So best friends. There's one bucket. The other bucket is people who I share a common interest with. So the people I play volleyball with, the people I play golf with. And there's that commonality. And so that's why we hang out. But I no longer just hang out with people because they're a body to go to the bar with. I mean, I also used to go to the bar by myself and waste away 4 hours, 5 hours sitting at this bar and talking to the other random strangers who are at the bar. I had like so many bar friends where I could show up at this bar with myself or with my significant other or something, and it's like the same freaking 4 losers who are there on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. also. And we'd see them and it'd be fun to hang out with them, right? But like, who are these people? What are they doing with their lives? What are your interests? What do you do for work? What do you do outside of work? I didn't even know. They were just at the bar that I was also at. Our commonality was drinking. So I no longer tolerate having somebody be my friend because we both like to drink. They have to offer more. It has to be that really deep connection, that best friend connection, or a hobby that we share together outside of drinking. So I no longer have just like rando bar friends who I just see at the bar and hang out with. I like connection. I like meaningful connections. Okay, and the last thing on my list for something that I don't tolerate in sobriety that I did as a drinker is malnourishment, like feeding myself such crappy foods. I used to live on Coors Light and shredded cheese. Like, I literally, for breakfast, would have 3 Coors Lights and that bag of shredded cheese that you get at the store. And I would just eat straight out of the bag handfuls of shredded cheese. I would also have a beer and Chick-fil-A. I would have McDonald's and beer. I don't really go to fast food anymore in sobriety. In the beginning, I did, because my only focus was getting sober. It wasn't on all the nutrition and everything like that. And I do think that that's how it should go. It's like, in the beginning, your priority is not drinking. And everything else comes later. But I care about my body. When you stop putting poison into your body, alcohol, you feel better. You're doing this amazing thing for yourself. You're like healing yourself from the inside out. You're improving your longevity. You're improving your organ health. You're doing this amazing thing that you don't want to like throw that away with fast food and junk. It makes you want to eat better and fuel your body. So I don't tolerate like a non-nutritious meal. Of course, I live a balanced lifestyle, and I do eat some fast food here and there, and I do like I'm not even going to call it a cheat meal because it's just balance. It's just life, right? But I'm not like, no Chick-fil-A ever. But I swear to you, I used to eat Chick-fil-A like a lot, like twice a week, mixed in with my shredded cheese and McDonald's and just crappy fried food. And now I care about my body. I think that's the biggest difference, is I actually care. Not just about what it looks like on the outside, but what's going on the inside. A big difference is I actually like my life now, and so I want to live a long time. Whereas when I was a drinker, I hated myself. So why do I need to fuel my body or have strong bones or strong muscles? Like, I don't give a crap. I'll just drink my life away. And now in sobriety, I like my life. I want to live a long time, and I want to fuel my body and take care of my body. So I don't tolerate bad, crappy food. And there is my list for things I do not tolerate now in sobriety. And I believe that not tolerating all these things is making me a better human being and creating a better life for myself. And period. Like, that's my goal. I want to live a good life. I want to live a long life. And I like experiencing the most that this beautiful life has to offer. So, yeah, that bottom line, that theme is like not being stagnant. I don't tolerate being stagnant in sobriety. I want to change and move and feel better and take a chance and become a better human being. Everything's about like squeezing the most out of life, like I said, and just what can I do to be better? What else can I see? What else can I experience? Who else can I become? It's not like I'm not currently enjoying my life and I'm always itching for the next thing. But I like seeking out more in life and just becoming a better version of myself. So there's that. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll see you for the next one. Bye.